goodness, and Tim Unlu goes over a tenth of a second fast.
Right, should be working now.
You should be able to see levels.
Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, Angel, is it?
Yeah. Now you.
Right. Thanks for that, Angel, because that could have been an absolute disaster.
No worries. But the cars continuing on fine.
Apologies for that. Is it output capture? Yeah. Audio output, maybe that is.
It have to be. It have to be.
Right, should be working as well for the output. Yeah.
Now the car
Okay.
sound.
Right, apologies for that, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zolder. It's the round 6 of the Formula Chow IndyCar Sprint Series. My name is Robbie Arthur, filling in the commentary for tonight's race. We have currently got Stephen Stevenson on provisional pole position from Jan Dragoon and Alex Cochrane. Can Dragoon or Cochrane, or indeed anyone else, knock him off his perch in this Zolder qualifying session? I must apologise. We have had technical problems and we are finally underway. So it's Stevenson on pole, provisional pole. Ollie Gibson of Lioneers Racing. He is doing well at the moment in this sport. He is last year he formed his own team, GA Racing, which raced a few races. And then he's obviously gone on for this year to join Lioneers Racing, and he has he's obviously won in Bahrain, got third in Melbourne, the championship leading the Premier Series at the moment, and he is at the moment in this championship. He is running 8th in the Drivers' Championship. Stephen Stevenson for Vermin is the championship leader. I don't know why it says Vermin on there, because on the standing it says Vermin. He is in a Toto Rosso car, so apologies for that. He is on another flying lap. He's like that was a 1:12.2 so far for he has got behind him Jan Dragoon, as we said earlier.
Turn your microphone up, Robbie. Sorry.
Do you want me to turn the microphone up? Okay.
Yeah, it's the game's louder.
I'll turn the set profit down. Is that okay?
I'll have a listen.
So it's currently 11 drivers racing here. Case Willems in the pit lane, running in 9th at the moment. Is that any good?
It's a bit better. I'm much louder than you are on the stream. Hi, everyone.
I can... Right, hopefully that has improved things a little bit. Has that improved?
What you've done is you've literally just made the game audio quieter now, though. Like, both the in-game audio and you.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this. It's my first time.
Louder.
So I'll turn myself down a little bit, and then the game audio a little bit louder. This is my first time, and I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Right, things I hope I've improved it. Ugh.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect.
Okay, right, we are ready to roll with it. It is Stephen Stevenson, currently on pole position. He's going for another run, and can he improve in his Scuderia Toto Rosso, Alpha Tauri / Toro Rosso Formula 1 tribute livery? Obviously, Formula 1 today, thrilling race. Shame about what happened at the end. So, currently on track at the moment. It seems like it is. Oh, Jan Dragoon has gone P1! And Stephen Stevenson demoted to second, and currently, and I think Jan Dragoon is going to get pole in this Formula Track Sprint race, and he will be Stephen Stevenson, who's been on provisional pole for the whole session, he's going to be out of the running now. There's Cochrane. Oh, and he's gone off, and there's a few cars have gone off there. I'm trying to find where that is. I think Dalaval might have been one of them. But the checkered flag is out. And one of the first ones to cross the line. Jan Dragoon is not on a poorly lap. Dave Southwood coming up to the chicane. He is on his last chance to maybe snatch pole, or indeed second. Stevenson has gone back up to pole position in the Toto Rosso car. And now it's down to Dave Southwood. 4 tenths down in the first sector. In the second sector, sorry. As he goes into the hairpin, a little bit shaky through there. This last sequence of corners now is going to be big for Dave Southwood, as he is now into the final chicane. Where can Southwood emerge? Going out the final corner, what can Southwood manage? It is only third fastest for Dave Southwood. And anyone else? It is going to be now Giovanni Amore next across the line. Can he potentially get up 1 or 2 places? Nope, he is on an in-lap. I think it's Satar. No, he's going to cross the line. Satar is going to be next across the line. Where is he going to emerge? And it's Satar. Goes 6th fastest, jumps Ollie Gibson. Oh. Can you still hear me, mate? I'm not sure if anything broken there. Case Willems, is he on a lap? No, he's going slower. So it is going to be then Stephen Stevenson on pole for this trout sprint race. Jan Dragoon second, and Dave Southwood in third position, followed by Cochrane, Amorim, Satar, who is just on his in-lap now, and Ollie Gibson 7th. And it will be Dinaris Nathaniel Strassi rounding out the grid order for this race here at Zolder. This is going to be a very tentative start. Obviously, very awkward turn 1 and turn 2 here at Zolder, as I've seen people finding out. We're going to have to see whether they can survive the first section, or whether they can indeed survive the whole race, or indeed win the race. So, we will now very shortly be heading to the grid in about 40 seconds time. So as I said before, Stevenson will start from pole, the championship leader starting on pole, ahead of Jan Dragoon, who is 6th in the championship. Obviously firm in the championship leaders, they aren't running any cars today, so it is Triple Eight who are the current championship leaders in this race. And it is going to be a very tentative start of the line. We know what the first section of this Zolder circuit is like, so we're going to have to see what happens from here on in. Not too long left now, about 10 seconds left before we head to the grid at Zolder. And cars are heading onto the grid now. Oh. Where's the TV tower? Wait, how do I get back to pits without... There you go. Oh, this is a disaster. Could somebody help me here? There we go.
Control 1. There we go.
Yeah,
F5. F5. You had it.
No! I'm sorry.
Control 1, that's fine.
Right. And they're off. It seems like it's going to be into turn 1. And there's contact. And there's a Triple Eight. And they're all off at turn 1. It is Stevenson who leads Gibson up to second. And it's a disaster for the Triple Eight cars off the start of the race. And we've got Stevenson leading the race. Ollie Gibson running second. And Adam Woodward is down in third position. It is, a disaster for the Triple Eight cars. And there's another one going off in the background again. And what on earth happened at the start? They seem to have touched. One was spun round and it was just collected. And it's Jack Covin then up to 4th. So Stevenson then currently leading from pole. It has been, he seems to have got the better start as he now heads round this section of the track, heading into the hairpin. And Satar seems to be another one who dropped back as well. And Satar is going to get past Gustavo Satar is going to get past Bruno Amorim, and he has done. And it is currently this updates. So then Jan Dragoon drops to 5th off the start. At the moment it is Ollie Gibson running second in the race, and Steven Stevenson leads the race. And as we look at Jan Dragoon, it seems like he's dropped back, and the field has spread it out a little bit. Now we've got a lap done, and there are people going up, and that is Adam Woodward. Oh, and Adam Woodward, I think, has he spun there? It seems like he spun out of turn 2. He's dropped down to 10th, and Simon Nathaniel looks like he could be getting in here as well. Into the chicane. Can Nathaniel send one down the inside? Let's have a look at this battle from Ben Babington's view, heading up the top of the hill. Odinares and Alex Cochrane then. Starting from the top 3, he's dropped all the way back here in this track race at Zolder. Steven Stevenson nearly got second gap on Ollie Gibson now, as he's onto his 3rd lap. Now can Ollie Gibson close in? Can he close the gap up, and can he get past Stevenson? And obviously he gets the fastest lap of the race. Well, obviously he would. And trying to look for any battles. There isn't too many battles on track, and it obviously the 2 Triple 8 cars, 2nd and 3rd, well, they were definitely up there, have both dropped down the order now. And that is David Southward. Not quite last, it is Adam Woodward, or Simon Nathaniel, sorry, running in last position. And oh, Babington! Seems like Ben Babington has gone off. And yeah, that Ben Babington gone wide at turn 2. Not the start he would have wanted. As there he goes. Is that Adam Woodward? Is he going to get past Babington into the chicane? Oh, he's just stayed behind, and there's contact between the pair of them. They're going to go wheel to wheel up the hill, and it is still going wheel to wheel. Babington and Woodward into the chicane. Here we go. Who's going to come out in front? Is it going to be Woodward or Babington? And they're still wheel to wheel now. Oh, there's contact. They touch. They have touched. And it seems to be, oh, Babington's a bit wide. Nathaniel's got through there as well. And someone seems to have gone off. Is that Case Willems has gone off? These trees seem to have dropped down a few places. As we ride back on board with the leading 2. Steven Stevenson, Ollie Gibson, Jack Coven up to 3rd then. The American driver, who actually races in the SCCR Championship over in the States. He's raced at notable circuits like Laguna Seca and Sonoma Raceway, which he followed up with, which would probably explain the break he had from Formula Trout. And we are now looking at the two Amorim brothers 5th and 6th for Bank Motorsports. As I would, Amorim, sorry, and Satar into chicane bend. It seems like it's been towards the back. Case Willems down in 10th. It's not what he would have wanted. Normally Mr. Consistency he is. He's had a bit of a disastrous start here at Zolder, but he's going to have potentially a look on one of the Triple 8 cars. Oh no! He's taken him out. He's took out one of the Triple 8 cars. He's hit Alex Cochrane, and that is a disaster for Alex Cochrane. And this means that everyone is going to get up a place, because Alex Cochrane, punted by Case Willems, is dropped down to nearly plumb last here at Zolder. Oh! And that is that Amorim off? It is! It is Amorim who's gone off. He's crashed at turn 1. I said earlier this was going to be a dodgy turn 1. It has proved to be a dodgy turn 1, because it means that Amorim has dropped from 6th all the way down to 12th. And he had a good start. He was running decently. Bruno Amorim, as he's gone wide again. And it has just not been the start he would want, as he not what he would have wanted, as he drops down into 12th position. Out in front is still Stevenson. leading the race. Is he about to lap someone? I'd rather get the feeling he is about to lap. Oh, there's a Morgan's gone off again. And I think he's, yeah, Babington pits at the back of the field. Is not what he would have wanted. But this is back on board with Winnow and Morin. Is he going wheel to wheel with someone? He is. He's had to cut the chicane. As he goes wheel to wheel with... Oh! And we cut to Nathaniel, who spun it. And it's, they have not had the best start that they would have wanted. As Gustavo Dalaval has gone up place, it says there. Let's ride on board with Dave Southward in his fight to chase Case. Oh! He's got past Case Willems there, as Case Willems got a little bit slidey out of turn 1, and he's ended up in the wall, and Case Willems has dropped down a couple of places there. He has been obviously running not too bad in the points, and obviously he's hit one of the teams, hit Alex Cochran, who's inherited the place back off Case. So it's 2 Lioneers cars out of 3 in the top 3 here. Gibson P2, Hovind P3. There's lap 6 of the Formula Trout Sprint Series race here at Zolder. It's lap 7 now, should I say. It's it seems like it's going to be Steven Stevenson out in front by 3.9 seconds now. He's building a gap between the 2 Lioneers drivers, and he's done a stellar first start to this race. This is built now 4.3 second lead. He's absolutely pulling away. He's dominated so far. He's dominated this opening phase. Satar looking to get past Dalaval if he can. Oh, a little bit wide there. And well, behind him is Triple H behind him. And someone's gone off because Cochran and Willems have both got past somebody. That is, I'm guessing it was Codinares, who must have lost it or spun somewhere. I'm not too sure about what's happened there. This is a battle that is going to get very feisty indeed. After what happened earlier, Cage Willems punted Alex Cochran, as Cochran goes a little bit over the curb. Can Willems get past him? This is next section of track. It's not very easy to overtake Mr. Chicane, but it is doable. As he's trying to force an error on Cochran, maybe. Mr. Consistency, not been a very consistent race win so far. Right, here we go, into the hairpin again, the 2 of them. And they both hold a little bit wide there. And it seems like and that's Satar maybe gone down 1. Oh, and Satar is off at turn 2. Oh no! That was very close, too close for comfort there. That's got Dragoon up to 4th. And Satar must have gone off at the last phase of the circuit there. He's dropped down a couple of places. And is it the tyres maybe? And is that Alex Cochran down 1? Case Willems has done him! Yeah, Case Willems has done him! Case Willems has passed Alex Cochran at some point in this first opening section. So it's now Stevenson, Gibson, Tovin, Dragoon and Moore in the top 5 now. And riding on board with Dinares, running in 11th, 1 place out the points. Snaps towards the back of the grid, and he's got himself up there. And Ollie Gibson just setting personal best. The gap between them two is now 5.3 seconds. Stevenson is on another level at the moment, leading this race by about 5 seconds. Doing very well indeed in his Scuderia Toto Rosso car. And that is that Case? Oh, and Case is round, and he's been collected by one of the Triple Eight cars. Cage Willems is round. It is a disaster for him. Not the race he would have wanted so far, as he's now at least attempt to get back past Adam Woodward. He's going to have lost it again. It's been a disaster class by Case Willems, and it seems like a few of the drivers have pitted as well. I think they come out now. That is Alex Cochran and Ben Babington a lap down Alex Cochran is just coming out the pit lane. About a minute and 4 seconds behind Stevenson, who now has a 6.3 second. And that is Gio Amorim. He's up a place into the podium places now. As Dragoon is just, and Coven as well. So it seems like Amorim in the Bag Motorsports car is flying here. And now that gap between the top two up again to 6.3. And Ollie Gibson on the limit here, as he just cannot seem to close that gap between the top two. And there is Dalaval to set his personal best time as well. As into that's Satar with his personal best as well. And so if you're just tuning in now, it was a collision between the two Triple Eight cars at the start. We had a collision between Alex Cochran and Case Willems and Stevenson. Nearly 7 seconds now. The gap between the top two. He's doing really well. It's a beautiful injury, I must say. And the field is starting to spread out again, because you can see now people aren't improving. The gaps are becoming bigger, and this might be a battle we can watch here. Dave Southwood versus Gustavo Dalaval here as well. And Amorim set his personal best time with a 1:14, and Coven doing exactly the same with a 1:14.5 in the Lioneers Racing car. So into turn one. Can Southwood get any form of slipstream on the Triple Eight? Both nail turn one. No wides there. And bit of a drift for Dave Southwood in turn two as well. So they're now going to head into Spain. Dave Southwood might just be too far back. Well, Dalaval, he pulled over to the inside line. Dave Southwood has definitely got closer to Gustavo Dalaval as opposed to where he was a few laps ago. But Dalaval has managed to build that back up as it goes to hairpin. It seems like Southwood's pulling in on the corners, but not on the straight. Seems to be Dalaval with an advantage. It's Gio Amorim with a 1:14.4, his personal best time. Also the fastest lap of the race, should I say. As now he's got a really good run. Here comes Dave Southwood then. He's got a good run out the last corner into turn one. Is it going to be Southwood or Dalaval leading? They're going to go wheel to wheel, and Dave Southwood has just got that position. Great overtake, and he is relegated. Gustavo Dalaval down a place. And we're looking at Case Willems now. He wants to get past Satar, who's gone just a tad wide, and Case Willems has got a good run as well, heading through the next few corners. Well, that's completed. He's now nearly 7 seconds in the top two. Case Willems behind at the moment. Towards the back of the grid, we have got Adam Woodward, who's just been relegated to place. Nathaniel is up to P12 as well. And Warren down in P13. And Cochran, well, it's been an absolute disaster for him so far. Alex Cochran, was running decently well. And alongside Ben Davington, there's a lap down already. So at the front, and Stevenson is coming across traffic. And Dave Southwood just set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:13.9 there. He's being held up significantly. To the chicane, Stevenson. This might cost him a 10th or 2. And it has. As the Bagwood sports car getting out of the way. And it's again into the hairpin. He's now got to lap. It's certainly cost him a couple of tenths. This traffic here. Stevenson has led every lap so far. He got pole. He's leading off the start. He's doing really well. And he's being held up again. significantly to the point where that gap is going to reduce to 6.7 seconds. That's coming down at a rapid rate, only at 1:15.7 for Steve Stevenson. And that's a battle behind him that was starting to shape up a little bit. Ollie Gibson's got his personal best with a 1:14.1 as he heads right on board with him through turn 2. He's managed to close the gap to Steve Stevenson. He's still going actually. Has the American got any more traffic? I don't think he has. I think he's got a clear road for now. That's that advantage. That traffic has given Gibson the advantage. But still, he's going to bring that gap back up though. Is that Case Williams passing Satar? Wheel to wheel. Satar and Case Williams into the final chicane. Are they going to touch? Oh, and Satar and Williams getting very close there. Near the final corner. Is Case going to come back at him? He is. He's certainly going to have a look into turn 1. Through the first corner. And oh, he's hit him! And Case Williams has smashed into Satar. It's happened again for Case. The pair have gone off at turn 1. Oh no! And Case Williams is sent spinning in the gravel. Disaster for Case. As that is now him certainly down in 12th at lowest. And has he got a bit of damage there? He spun it again. Oh, it's not been the race that Mr. Consistency would have wanted. But this has just been absolute disaster. Is he out of this race, I really wonder? He's been passed by Cochrane. Babington goes 2 laps down. And Case Williams has just managed to get that going. Oh, disaster for Case Williams. He'd obviously had that incident with Cochrane earlier. And he's had another one with Satar. And it has been absolutely... This has been far from what Case would have wanted heading into this race. And as we now ride on board with Janzagoon, running in 4th, he's chasing down Giovanni Amore and Ollie Gibson. It's Case Williams. I thought for a second they've managed to pull towards Ollie Gibson. But it's Janzagoon currently in P4 and Codinaris is his fastest lap with a 1:15. Now, as I said earlier, behind him is Jack Covin, sorry. And it's still Stevenson in the lead. Ollie Gibson 6.8 behind him. And so not much has got that back up to 7 seconds now despite a traffic hold up. A few lap back, which definitely cost him a couple of tenths. And he would have obviously not wanted that. But it's let's look towards. And again, for the 3rd time here, the field is spread out. It's not been the most exciting race we've ever seen, but it's we have some good parts of it. Obviously, a few collisions actually, and look at Sam and Samuel. We've got a little bit shaky with that chicane as Alex Cochrane. So we have Bruno Amore and Case Williams is in the pit lane as he emerges. Maybe with new tyres, 14th now. In fact, well, he's not going to go below Ben Babington, but he's certainly come out. Second last of the runners. And is that Amore has just got past someone there, probably lapping Ben Babington, maybe that is that. Stevenson with a 1:13.7. It's his latest lap time, 16 laps completed. Stevenson so far. It's been an absolute stellar first half of this race for him. He's done very well indeed. And Giovanni Amore now into the pit lane. What's the stop going to be like for him? Oh, a bit of a slide into his pit box there. He's going to promote a couple of drivers. Promotes Dragoon. It's also going to promote Covin as well, and Southwood. And if it's not long enough, Dalaval as well. Amore just gets going now. Is he going to be able to beat Dalaval? He's going to get beaten by Dalaval out of the pit lane. Yep, and Dalaval takes 6th place. And it's not from Giovanni Amore. It's not a particularly good stop there. As look at, did someone go off? I'm not sure. It's right now Satar with his fastest lap of the race with a 1:14, and slowly starting to come together for some drivers. Their results. I must say, this guy, I talked about him a bit too much. He's done very well here. It's now 7.5 to him. As we, can Dave Southwood catch up to Jack Covin in his Lioness car? As he's going to head now down about 1 second gap between the pair, heading into turn 1, and Covin has just set his fastest up with a 1:14.4 as Dragoon pits. So, in terms of strategy, I think Stevenson's going long because he still hasn't pitted yet. He wants to build a gap to Ollie Gibson. They can pit and still come out in the lead and go on and finish this race P1. But it's there at 8.4 now, that gap between the front two. We look at Dave Southwood. This is now for P3 between the American and Dave Southwood. Jack Covin just keeping the advantage as they head now down into chicane. And Southwood couldn't even have a look. He was just a little bit too far back on this occasion. This is going to maybe try and force an error, put some pressure on Jack Covin. As we now look into the hairpin, it's definitely a lot closer to Jack Covin as Ollie Gibson has pitted. Ollie Gibson is in the pit lane, and he's going to maybe try and undercut Stevenson if possible. Let's see him in the pit lane, still second. Covin is going to inherit second if he can. Yep, Covin is going to inherit second place. And Southwood maybe third. All depends on this race out the pit lane. Yep, Covin and Southwood inherit podium places. Gibson down to fourth. And Jack Covin, oh, he nearly lost it there. And Southwood has got to second. Southwood is up to second place. The thing says he's third. He's definitely up to second. There's that behind him. That is Ollie Gibson. Dalaval in the pits as well. Ollie Gibson down to fourth from his pit stop. And Stevenson now 33 seconds out in front. And he is absolutely flying so far. We've got obviously a big gap to Ollie Gibson when he was on track. He's pitted, and that gap is now 1:13.3 with the fastest lap on old tyres. He's absolutely flying, Stevenson. And he's got traffic behind him. He's well into the lap in the field. It's just instant out. And this is Case Willems, one of the 3 Lioness drivers, dropped that. Not what he would have wanted. And is that Jack Covin is coming into the pit, and Dave Southwood continues. So Covin pits. All the Lioness drivers have completed pit stops. Ollie Gibson will get back into podium places. He is running P3 now. And Stevenson now 34 seconds clear. As Green sets a 1:13.6, his fastest time of the day. Oh, he's a little bit shaky in turn 1. As Covin in the pits. Dalaval and Nathaniel a lap down here. In this Trout Sprint Series race, round 6 here at Zolder in Belgium. As Stevenson staying out another lap, consistently in the 1:13s. He's actually doing really well here. As Covin is holding back a few places. He's back to P6. Yeah, as he's running very well. Satar and Denares up into 6th and 7th respectively. As Dave Southwood obviously hasn't pitted yet, running in second in the race. And I think it's a Satar maybe who wants to get past Denares at some point here. This is going to be potentially another overtake here. Who's going to get the advantage? It seems more Denares. Satar, we know he's been fairly quick so far. He's also got Jack Covin to keep at bay. So now down to the first corner. We have a little look there, but he's just a bit too far back to have a go at Polinares. It's the 6th place this battle. And Stevenson has pitted. And Southward is too far back to take the race lead. He is going to lap traffic now. I mean, it's going to take a mediocre pit stop from Stevenson for Southward to be able to have a look at taking the lead. He hasn't pitted yet either. So effectively Stevenson is still the race leader. Yep, he's already coming out the pit lane. Southward pits. Ollie Gibson is going to have to push as hard as he can now in order to catch back up to Stevenson, who he exits. Oh, he's well out of the pit lane now. And it's a big gap. Ollie Gibson's not at turn 1 yet. But he has re-inherited second place and he's now got onto his 21st lap. Stevenson comes out in the race lead. It's the fastest lap for Giovanni Amorim. He's set there with 1:14 P's personal best. Here is David Southward dropping back to 5th. He's coming out of the pit lane now in P5. And Daenerys, his teammate, has followed behind and he's pitted as well. And Dragoon up into 3rd because of this. And Southward try and build back. And Gustavo Delaval with what I think is the fastest lap of the race with a 1:14.2. He's gone a little bit wide at turn 1 there. Meanwhile, behind him, Daenerys is coming to the pit lane as well. Whereas he's going to emerge in the other Triple 8 car. I think that's going to be 10th because Nathaniel has pitted as well. Yeah, Sam Nathaniel, who's pitted Adam Woodward, Amorim, and Case Willems. No retirements in this race so far. Slowest driver currently Ben Babington, 15 and 2 laps down. He's had a bit of a nightmare here. So it's Cochrane has got a few places there. Maybe Daenerys. Something happened there. Nathaniel comes out of the pit lane. And he is up into 10th. And Amorim is up into 3rd there as well. And he's set a 1:14.2, his fastest lap of the race. Apologies for that. And the gap is now down to 15.8, 15.5, sorry, but Stevenson is still pulling away. And Jack Covin with a 1:14.3, his fastest lap so far. And then Satar is in the pit lane. The Indian driver coming in for his stop. So, yep, he gets going again. And this is Alex Cochrane getting past him as well. And at the moment, it's Dave Southwood running 5th in this race. He's got how far ahead is Jan Dragoon? He's quite far ahead. And he has got he's got Jack Covin behind him. There's Cochrane. Satar's a bit delayed. But Daenerys is maybe reeling Satar in for 9th. Let's see what happens here because he got particularly close. Oh, it's going to run a little bit over the curve there, which might have cost him a little bit. We'll have to see what happens. It's still 23 laps completed. Still Stevenson in the lead. He's dominated, is the word so far. We'll have to see can he continue to this race and go on and win it. As you're live on board with Daenerys now into the hairpin, trying to maybe attack Satar if possible, but that seems fairly unlikely at the moment. Field a lot more spread out now, not too much racing action happening. Gaps in front of it, there's a whole 17 seconds now, and this is Jan Dragoon. Morin is only there, not too far in front. As he seems to be a lot quicker. And Stevenson says the fastest lap of the race with a 1:13.2. He's going for it. He's pitted, he's retained the lead, and he's still retaining it and setting the fastest lap consistency. And it's a 1:14.8 for Ollie Gibson, matching nowhere near the times that Stevenson has been managing to do. Will be a little bit achy. He will want to be challenging the Toto Rosso for the win, but he's just purely not quick enough today. As we are looking at Jack Covin. He's running 6th fastest now. We have had no retirement so far in this race. still last place, Ben Babington. And you wouldn't think, and Daniel's got down one place there, and someone's gone off. Chris Williams has gone up one there. So it's Gustavo Dalaval running in 7th. He was in 6th before. He's dropped down a few. He's had a fairly quiet race so far. It's Giovanni Amorim and Jan Dragoon. Actually, Jan Dragoon is a lot closer to Giovanni Amorim than he was before. We're going to see a good challenge for 3rd here, a big position. 2 good drivers are going to give everything they've got here to try and get the 3rd place. And here we go then, Jan Dragoon trying to get a good run into the first corner. He doesn't have a look. He does have a look. He does gain a lot more through turn 1. But it's just that awkward type of corner. He just cannot get any closer to him on this occasion. But, hang on. The gap is definitely, he's building it, he's closing that down. And then he's staying. Just tries to build that gap back up a little bit, but he's coming back again, he's coming at him again. Oh, a bit shaky there. Through his chicane, so probably maybe potential look into his next hairpin is coming up. So he does gain a lot more. Just got to get a good run, which he hasn't been able to do again. So Giovanni Moore in the back motorsport car is just holding on in P3. There's who's this in front? They've got doesn't have traffic as well, which could maybe spice up this battle a little bit. Giovanni Amorim 2nd. I think that's his brother Bruno Amorim. Is there? Yep, that is his brother Bruno Amorim. Now, can he maybe potentially? We could see some tactical things going on here. We'll have to see what happens as to whether any of them can get any closer to the back car. Ahead into this chain. Still, Bruno yet to be lapped by Giovanni. And I must say Dragoon has dropped back a little bit. Into the chicane. And Bruno Amorim is holding his brother Giovanni a little bit there. And oh, there's contact. Oh, and Amorim's gone off. The pair of them, both Bag Motorsport cars, have gone off the road. And they are both, and depending on southward, are both going to drop down a little bit. But it's now Stevenson, Gibson and Dragoon, the top 3. What on earth happened there? It is now in 3rd place, Jan Dragoon. Back down the order, Giovanni Amorim has got to lap his brother again because of what has happened here. This is, if you look at Jack Coven, that's his teammate Case Williams, or is that Ollie Gibson? No, it's Case Williams behind him. It's not the race he would have wanted. Yeah. So there's 10 laps to go here at Zolder. It is currently looking like it is going to be a dominant race by Stevenson. 21.3 is now the gap to the Lioneers of Ollie Gibson. He's been nowhere near to match the pace. It's as the brothers, the Amorim brothers, are going to go at it again. Into chicane, Bruno making it fairly easy for Giovanni. As Alex Cochran gets his fastest lap of the race, and so does Satar as well. Whoa! And into the gravel. He's gone a little bit wide. I have said before, that is an awkward corner, turn 1. And he's just gone off, and that is it. He hasn't dropped down any places, but I think Cochran maybe got past, which I'm not sure about that. But we're saying, if we look to the back, Sam Nathaniel, and this is Case Williams. Oh, he's pretty much nearly spun it again. There. And this is Bruno Amorim. Let's see, previously lapped by his brother. So now pans to Ben Babington. 3 laps down. Not been a particularly great race for him. But, as we now look towards Gustavo Dalaval. again, not too much has happened to him, but he's got a big gap behind and in front. Not too many parts for the places either. Also we had Willems and Cochran, we had the Amoriums going off as well, and Dragoon getting that place off him. There's 7 laps remain. There's this IndyCar sprint race here at Zolder in the former Trout IndyCar sprint race. So now let's look at Alex Cochran running 8th in this race at the moment. Dragoon gets his fastest lap with a 1:13.3. I really wonder if they pick for the faster tyre. Can maybe Stevenson or Gibson maybe go for getting the 112s if possible, but it would take a lot to do that. And it seems at the moment, as we look at Stafford Delaval again, 70s, got one of the Amon brothers behind him. Oh, and who's this pitting? It's Alex Cochran coming into the pit lane. He's pitting again here. How long is this stop going to be? Is he going to lose out to Zatar and Dinares? What about Adam Woodward? No, not quite Adam Woodward. But he's going to come out in P10. Yeah. And so the gap now between the top two, 24.5. And there is Stevenson to the first chicane, Ollie Gibson's at turn 1. That just shows the masterclass that Stevenson has pulled off so far. Denaro is getting past Satar and Cochran. So down into the chicane he goes. That's Morin has set his fastest lap so far at 1:14.1. 6 laps left. And this is obviously the view from his front nose. This is obviously the view. He's got 2 lovely sponsors on that front wing there. And yes, Stevenson has got into the 112s. It's a 1:12.8. What a lap that was from Stevenson, and that means the gap is now 26.3. He's absolutely dominating this race, and he could probably spin round or crash, and he still will have the lead. Like that, it just shows the scale. He could probably spin twice this lap, and he'd still be leading the race. Just shows the true dominant display we've seen so far in this race. Dave Southwood. That is Giovanni Mon. There's projecting a bit of a battle between these two, but nothing else really came of it. Ooh, Southwood getting a little bit edgy at last corner. And just nowhere to get past him at the moment. It's a little bit far back as well. That's well over a second. And, not much happening on track at the moment. There's Delaval setting a 1:15. And total gap now. Delaval's the only one that's not been lapped by Stevenson yet. And don't be surprised if he is, because there isn't too much of a gap between them. As Dinara sets his fast as that a 1:14.3. And this has been truly well raced so far. Alex Cochran with a 1:13.1. He set his personal best, certainly one of the fastest laps of this entire race so far. As we pan to Jack Coburn again. Is that Dave Southwood ahead? No, it's not. It's a back marker. And so far, not too much has come of this race in the recent laps. And Giovanni Morin with a 1:14.4. His fastest lap. gap now 30 seconds now between the top two. Hang on, it will be 30 seconds. Round about. Hang on. 29.9 so far. Now it's 30 seconds. And 31 now. It's Dragoon. Ollie Gibson and Jan Dragoon actually fairly close to each other here. Can Dragoon is setting 113s consistently here. Can Jan Dragoon, the Volcano Artico, can he mount an attack on Gibson and go for that second place? The win is nearly pretty much out of the question for the pair of them. So second is their best bet here. As we now have about 4 laps to go here at Zolder. Dragoon is giving it everything he's got available at his disposal. The Volcano Artico to get past the Lioneers. Honestly, Ollie Gibson last time out won in Bahrain. True dominant display from him. Now, head down. Hairpin. Is he any closer? Is the Czech driver any closer to young Ollie Gibson? 114 dead from Satar 9. This is crucial for the pair of them. Can Dragoon get close to Gibson and a big chicane head into turn 1, which will change to give him the really second for the majority of this race. He's done very, very well to retain it. So Stevenson, gap now 32-1. Dragoon is a lot closer this time round than he was last lap. 3 laps to go. Dragoon has been running out of time to get this job done. Into the chicane they go now. He's very close now. This is it. Ollie Gibson could be losing second place to Jan Dragoon. And Jack Coven, his teammate, has pitted as well. And he's in the pit lane. And oh, has Dragoon gone off? Oh, it looked for a second. It looked like Jan Dragoon had gone off there. And probably still into that problem. Into the hairpin. Dragoon's certainly having a look. But can he? He's only got about 2 laps left here in Zolder. He's got to get a good run at this last corner. He's going to deny Gibson second place. I saw this gap was very close. We thought we'd look to it straight away. This is a big battle. We're heading on to the final few laps of this race. It's going to be Dragoon versus Ollie Gibson. Lioneers versus Volcano Artico. Into turn 1 they go then. He has a look. He just cannot. Too far back on this occasion. Dalaval's been lapped. As he heads to the second corner. Coven is now a lap down. And on the southward, Amorim, Dragoon and Gibson not lapped by the Toto Rosso. It's got a very good run from turn 2, Jan Dragoon. And he just isn't close enough into the chicane. And on exit, who's going to get the better one out of there? Seeing Stevens so far. And into the chicane. It's a lot closer. That red arrow that shows when you're close to a driver has appeared on his screen. And well, last time he was trying to challenge, it was Giovanni Amorim. And that ended in collision as Stevenson starts his final lap of the race. And this is just truly amazing. We've seen from so far. 33 seconds is the gap between that top 2. Right, Dragoon is going to have to get a very good run out of this last corner if he's got a chance of getting past Ollie Gibson. But he hasn't got it. He just hasn't got it on this occasion. Final lap of the race that we are on here. It is still Stevenson from Gibson and Dragoon. And Amorim in 4th, the southward 5th. The only 5 drivers that haven't been lapped by a charging Stevenson so far today. Anyways, here we go then. He's a lot closer. Close enough to get a run. As we head on board with Stevenson. With last 3 corners he is. And Ollie Gibson and Jan Dragoon, I don't think he's going to get it done, is he? And Stevenson, he's been brilliant all day. He's led every single lap of this race. And Stevenson is going to win here at Zolder. What a race by Stevenson. And Dragoon's done him. And Jan Dragoon has done him. Can Gibson come back at him for this next section? He's been second all race. And this is going to be a very good ending. Who's going to end up in front? Gibson through the hairpin. Oh, and Dragoon's wide. Has he done it? He's done it! Oh, Draguna Gibson gonna go wheel to wheel. Gibson going defensive to this last part of the track. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Gibson that wins this? Or is it gonna be Dragoon that wins this battle? He's going to have to get a very good run off the line. It's gonna be Oliver Gibson who finishes in second place. And what a battle late them two put on at the end of this race. And Amorim is gonna be next, followed by Southward closely. And they're not close enough for a battle. But what a race this man's had. Stevenson won it by nearly 40 seconds. Dominant is an understatement for that. He has been truly incredible all race. He's led every single lap, 1:37, got a good getaway, he survived a lot, but he's come home to take victory here. Ollie Gibson just managing to hold on to second. A big threat from Jan Dragoon now, I must say. It's that Jack Covin running alongside him. Well done to Ollie Gibson though, he did very well to get the job done. And especially this round, stellar is the word. He was mega all day. So as they all point to the pit lane now, as the two Linears cars, Covin and Gibson running in formation. I think Dragoon is left and some are pulling over, meaning that now we will now go into the interview sequence, interview part of this thingy is yeah, we will be getting some drivers in soon. Right, yep, that is
Testing, just say testing. I'll confirm on the stream if it's working or not. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Testing, yep. Good.
You'll also have. I was going to say you're going to have to add an audio source as well.
How about that?
I can hear myself as well.
Oh yeah.
Just be aware that they're going to be a lot louder than you are.
Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll put the headphones on my neck. How do I put an audio source in? Can I just ask? Oh, I've done it.
No, I'm not saying that it's going to deafen you. I'm just going to say that it's.
Let's get Ollie Gibson in second place in the race today. Hello, Oliver. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can.
Good. So P2 on the road. You had a bit of a battle with Dragoon at the end. Just talk us through that.
Well, he was gaining like second a lap every single time. And then he was gonna get past me. He went a bit straight on. It was inbounds, but he went a bit wide. And then I just used all my push to pass. And it was the. Did you get it on stream though?
Yes, we got it on stream. Yes, it'll be there for you to watch.
And yeah, he just, you saw, he goes straight on, takes like a really sharp line into that corner and I just cut back through. But yeah, it was a good race. It was a tough one. It should have been a red flag on that start, but
yeah,
you know.
Big crash between the two 888 cars. You obviously got a good view of it. You must have, and obviously your teammate Case, not the best race for him either, was it?
No, both got caught up in that. They actually hit each other. So
yeah.
Teammate collision, not good. Yeah.
So
it was unlucky.
Well done today, P2. You obviously, if it wasn't for Stevenson's dominant drive, you would have won the race today. But congratulations, it's second for Ollie Gibson, and I will speak to you later, Oliver.
Thank you for streaming.
You're welcome. Let's now get his teammate Jack Covin in. Hello, Jack. Can you hear me?
Hey, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Well, kind of a mixed bag today, but I'm alright. We had a bit of a calamity off the start, obviously.
Yep.
So I think that probably should have been restarted. But the first thing for me off the start was I don't know who it was in front of me, but I got a decent start, and then the person in front of me just didn't move at all. So I hit the brakes, and then everyone piled up behind me, and then I come to turn one, and then I see this mess. But that's what it is, and I were able to finish the race okay, but had some
You
problems
finished
later.
P10, I believe, in the end. Yes.
Yeah, it's
10th.
kind of
So 1
yeah,
point
it's
towards the championship for you. Good job.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate though. I mean, I was in P3 after that accident for a while, with a bit of damage, and then fell down the order just a few places, but made my first pit stop, and wasn't there was something wrong with the pit stop strategy where I wasn't able to fix my damage, and I ended up being on the same compound I started on, which of course is you have to change compounds and make one stop. So that was a bit tricky. That's why I had to come in. Probably could have been in top six at least. So, but kind of tough race, but I had fun, so that's matters.
Yep, wise words. And it's P10, you got a point, and well done. Good job today, Jack. We're now going to get Jack's teammate Case Willems in. We'll speak to you later, Jack.
Thank you.
So now we're going to get Case Willems in. Hello, Case. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello, Case. Not the race you would have wanted today.
No, absolutely not. I'm extremely disappointed. Well, the start obviously was really crazy. From my teammates, I believe only 2 people didn't get damage from that start. It was ridiculous. It would have been an obvious red flag, an obvious restart, but there was no management during the race, so that's also really disappointing. But yeah, later on the race, it went okay-ish. Did have a few more spins, a few more accidents. Was a driver ahead of me. I think it was Simon Nathaniel. He had network issues as well.
Yeah,
Cliff, he did a Jan Dragoon just like in Road America. So a little bit disappointed with my result, but I heard that my teammate Oliver Gibson got P2, and Jack Coven in the second race here for our team got P10. So I guess I'm not too disappointed.
No, so you obviously had a collision with Alex Cochran at one point as well. Can you talk us through that as well, if you want?
Yeah, that was at the start of the race. I think that was lap one or lap two or something.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
another one into the hairpin, like last
into
few
the
corners.
hairpin.
Yeah, well, he was trying to go for the move and then he just went off.
I can't remember if I had more than one or more than two, but the one on lap one was basically just me. I actually just discussed with him. I braked a little too late, and he already had like a red front wing, so it was already quite difficult for both of us. We all both basically had damage, so both a bit of a bad misjudgment.
Okay, well, unlucky today, Case. We're now going to get the man who did touch him, Alex Cochran, in, and we'll speak to you later, Case.
Thank you. Thanks for commentating.
You're welcome. Alex Cochran, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
So, decent race for you today. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, really disappointing. You know, like, I qualified fourth. It definitely wasn't a decent race. I mean, the pace was okay, but yeah, I qualified fourth, get an okay start, and then there's just that ginormous issue at the start, at the first corner, and then it's just gone from there. You know, I was last from fourth on the grid, about 10 seconds behind everyone. Yeah, I mean, I had it coming together with Case. Yeah, he hit me, and then I hit him a lap later, whenever it was, and unfortunately, I ended up driving into the pit lane when I hit him. I couldn't not how I crashed into him, and obviously the pit lane here is straight on at the last corner, so I had to turn an early pit stop. Didn't have enough fuel to get to the end. Had to make 2 pit stops. So yeah, bit of a disaster.
Good stuff. And so yeah, I believe you were P8 when I last checked your position. Where did you finish today?
Yeah, P8 or P9. I'm not sure. Like I say, it's not too bad. I mean, obviously, I served 2 pit stops, was last at turn 1, so not the worst result in the world, of course.
2 points.
I know Dave.
You got points added to your championship tally, so I could say you can come away and say it was a good race.
Depends who you ask. But the team did okay. Dave finished 5th. I think I don't know where anyone else finished, but yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just a little disappointing. Obviously, you do all practice, and then it's just all over at the first corner. So.
Yep. Well, thank you very much, Alex Cochran, and I'll speak to you later.
Thanks for streaming.
You're welcome. Bye. So, yeah, that is it. That is the end of the Formula Trout Sprint Series race here at Zolder. It is Stephen Stevenson from Ollie Gibson and Jan Dragoon. Thank you very much to Kilgore for giving me the opportunity to commentate over this one. It's been an honour to do it. And, well, we will see you next time.